Trials of Osiris has some of the best weapons and best looking armour in the game. However, if you are a solo player or don't like PvP, then getting Trials loot is going to feel very difficult. Either you don't know anyone else who plays Trials, or you don't really like PvP that much. Well, today I'm going to show you how you can get a complete set of all Trials armour and weapons in a very short amount of time, plus you can do this as a solo player. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Well, Trials of Osiris is the weekly PvP endgame activity where power matters and the best players compete in 3v3 elimination to get to the lighthouse, plus get some of the best loot in the game. Well, to play Trials of Osiris, you want to speak to Saint 14 in the tower, pick up a passage, which is your ticket into the Trials of Osiris, and then select Trials from the Crucible menu. Normally, you'll have to matchmake with others, find 2 other Guardians to play with, and try your luck against the best of the best. Well, next up, I'm going to have a look at how to get fast and solo Trials of Osiris loot. So the key to getting Trials loot quickly and solo is to look out for 2 things. You want Trials Freelance mode, and also the Trials booster. So normally, when you play Trials of Osiris, you have to matchmake into games, meaning you have to find 2 other Guardians to play with. So if you've got friends or clanmates who play the game, this isn't going to be a problem. However, if you are a solo player, then playing Trials of Osiris regularly may be a little bit difficult, as you have to find other players via LFG. So while this is doable, it's very hit and miss in terms of teammates. You know, in an ideal world, fire teams should communicate with each other and keep calm in a variety of situations. Unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal world, and that isn't always the case. Trials Freelance is a way for solo players to easily play Trials of Osiris. Trials Freelance isn't available each time that Trials is around, it's roughly once per month. Now, Bungie normally talks about Trials Freelance in their This Week at Bungie update, and that is a weekly news drop that comes out every Thursday on their website and via Twitter, plus you're probably familiar with a bunch of content creators creating videos about it. Also, when you log into Destiny 2 on Friday just after reset, if Freelance is available, you're going to get an in-game pop-up saying Freelance is there. You will know that Freelance is available when you go into Trials, as you'll see a smaller node to the top right of Trials in the Crucible menu. Look closely at the description text and you're going to see a mention of Freelance. So the second part of this, which makes the whole process nice and fast, is the Trials booster. So when the Trials booster is active, you're going to earn bonus Trials rank points. So to get Trials loot, you have to rank up with Saint 14 in the tower by winning Trials of Osiris rounds in the Crucible. The more rounds you win, the more rank up points you get. Therefore, when the booster is active, this is going to speed up the process by giving you more rank up points. Now, I don't know if it's double rank up points, but it does feel very considerable. So Trials Freelance and Trials Booster normally arrive together. For example, at the time of making this guide, both are available, and I went from not having any Trials loot to having a complete set of armour and all the new weapons, and that means I went from rank 0 to rank 16 in only a couple of hours. Now, I'm not very good at PvP at all, so if I can do it, you can easily do it, and most likely, you're going to do it much quicker than me. As you play Trials, you're going to get Trials engrams as you rank up, and to get all the weapons, you're going to need to rank up to at least rank 16. This season, we have the Inquisitor at rank 10, and Whistler's Whim at rank 16. So Bungie followed the same pattern for Trials weapons either last season, or when the Witch Queen dropped, so I imagine they are going to continue on this path. Now, by the time you rank up to rank 16, you're going to have a whole load of Trials engrams, plus, when you go to Saint 14, you're going to have a bunch of Prime engrams as rewards as well. So trade in these engrams with the Cryptarch and you're very likely to get a full set of Trials armour and the new weapons, plus you get a random selection of older Trials weapons as well. So if you've got hundreds of legendary shards, then by all means focus Trials engrams with Saint 14 to get specific Trials loot. Personally, I think this is very expensive and I'll take my chances with Rahul, although I did focus a few to get some different rolls on the new weapons. So you might be asking yourself, why play Trials of Osiris? Well, it's all about the loot. First of all, the armour is some of the best looking in the game. You know, Trials of Osiris armour tend to have Egyptian themes. This season we have the atavistic armour. Now, it looks very, very good on all classes. Also, we have some of the best weapons in the game right now. Reed's Regret is a power linear fusion rifle. Until recently, this was probably the best power linear fusion rifle. It's great for boss DPS in raids and other endgame PvE content. The Taipan FR4 now competes with that for sure. However, Reed's Regret is still one of the best out there, especially with the Trials Origin traits. So Burden of Guilt is a kinetic fusion rifle that fires stasis damage, and it can roll with chill clip, meaning you can freeze enemies in their tracks. Similar to Riptide, this is one of the best fusion rifles out there. Then you got Forgiveness, it's an Arc Energy sidearm, great for Arc 3.0 builds. And Aisha's Embrace is a rapid fire scout rifle. This is one of the fastest firing scouts in the game, and scouts are in a really good place in the sandbox at the moment, and it can compete with many weapons whether you're in PvE or in PvP. Also, it's really good for endgame PvE content like Nightfalls, given we've got Scout Rifle Champion mods on the seasonal artifact. Then you've got the new weapons, so we've got Whistler's Whim, that is a lightweight kinetic bow that can roll with kill clip, that's very unique. Plus we've got a new pinpoint slug shotgun with the Inquisitor. So that list of weapons that I've just been through there is an array of weaponry in Trials of Osiris right now, but that's not to mention the great past weapons like the Messenger, the Eye of Sol, Sharer's Wrath, the Summoner, and Igneous Hammer. Don't get me started on the old armour. Probably the most asked question in my comment section when I do a Trials video each week is when will the Exile armour come back? And the Exile armour did look very good, so much so I had some pixel art made from it. And let me know what you think of that pixel art down in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments what you think about getting the Trials loot this season. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get Trials loot quickly and solo in Destiny 2. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or you can check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.
Your team tore through them like wild animals. The round is yours. Time to break the tie. I cannot wait. Time to break the tie. I cannot wait. Only one ally is left. It is in their hands now. Your team is fallen, but you can stand back up. You are trailing, this is true. It only matters if you let it continue.